Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to our elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arababiah coming at you with a quick lesson from the Chicago camp. I titled this lesson, Putin. I got this quick video where it was talking about, Putin and his, attributes and his strengths. And, we've been talking about what's been said about what's going on over there in Ukraine, how, America went over there and called itself trying to aid Ukraine and just aided them to a loss, And this is further talking about the loss of land and about the meeting that they had in Alaska, how Putin carried himself. So I'm gonna let the video play, but before I do, I want to read a quick scripture. I want to go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. I come that we might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So we know that America, if their presence are anywhere, this is what they're doing, This is what they've been doing since their existence, and this is how they acquired the things they have. So anyway, they felt that they were going to do that over in Ukraine, but the Lord had something differently. They weren't able to do it, so this is where we at. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Check this out.
Talking about Putin, and many are saying that if there is someone who stands out as one of the most intelligent leaders in the world today, it is him. Putin is seen as a single player who manages to play the game of geopolitics almost perfectly. When he met with Donald Trump in Alaska, something surprising happened. Many journalists, even those who once criticized him harshly, booked their tickets not just to cover Trump, but to listen to Putin himself. He made it a show. The way the United States invited him and how he carried out his activities in Alaska, including honoring those who died in World War II, showed the world just how powerful Putin is. That is why Donald Trump has suggested it might be better for Ukraine to forfeit land rather than continue fighting against Putin, because according to him, this is a war that cannot be won. For more than...
Wow, you hear that? See, because this is what this country does. This country comes over and it steals and kills and destroys. But this particular time, they weren't able to do that. It didn't work out in their favor. I want to go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. They covet fields, they take them by violence, and houses, they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his and a man and his heritage. So this is what they do. This is their history. And they're talking about Esau. They're talking about the so-called white man. This is talking about America. But this particular time, they weren't able to do it. So anyway, this is talking about how, that they may lose a lot of land in Ukraine, which they shouldn't have been over there anyway. And Putin is the reason why. So I'm going to go ahead and finish playing this. Check it out.
3 years, Putin's forces have continued without running out of supplies, while Ukraine has constantly relied on begging and borrowing from the United States and NATO. Putin is portrayed as the world's boss, a master planner whose intelligence, many argue, cannot be matched. The whole world is talking about Putin, and many are saying...
Wow, so, it is what it is. These countries, especially Russia, the BRICS, which leads the BRICS, is fed up with America. America's policies and their and the way that they handle their work is, is cutthroat. And these countries are not dealing with them no more. Let's go to Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's what's happening. That's what's slowly happening to America, is because of their their false agreements, their lies, their cutthroat way that they handle things, you know, they're gonna. This place is going down. You know. I want to read another scripture. I want to go to Obadiah, verse 6. Yeah, Obadiah, verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there was no understanding in him. So these countries that were with America, you know, in bed with America, you know, in league with America, you know, they had a partnership with them, are against them now. You know, they're part of the BRICS nation. And when it says they have, it says they that ate thy bread, meaning the men that were, in agreements with America, they have laid a wound under thee, meaning they laid a trap for America. So a lot of their America's economy is suffering. You know, a lot of America's trade is suffering. The inflation is hitting America very hard. You know, and this is because these other nations are not playing ball with America. America's thought was that they would stay in power and they would just rule forever, and without any problems. They would. Let's get that. Let's go to Psalms 49 and 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places for all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So America's plan, and still today, is just to continue forever. Just rape, robbing, and killing. You know, that's their plan. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua see different. You know, and this is a perfect example of them losing this battle in Ukraine. This is just the beginning. The Lord said nuclear war is coming to America very soon. So we must prepare for it. I give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.